Welcome to Voices Online TV, your trusted source for the latest news and developments in Sierra Leone. Today, we embark on a groundbreaking journey into the arts of our nation's digital evolution. In a world where information flows seamlessly through screens and keyboards, new media has become a powerful force shaping our society and driving progress. From the energetic bloggers who bring fresh perspective to social media, influencers who amplify voices and stories, Sierra Leone's digital landscape is alive with innovation and engagement. In our new program, New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, we explore how these digital pioneers are transforming our nation. Join us as we dive into the world of online content creators and media innovators, discovering how their efforts are fostering growth, education, and empowerment across Sierra Leone. Tune in as we spotlight the voices behind the screens, unveil the impact of new media on our development journey. This is New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, only on Voices Online TV. Voices,
your trusted information hub.
Welcome to Voices Online TV, your trusted source for the latest news and developments in Sierra Leone. Today, we embark on a groundbreaking journey into the arts of our nation's digital evolution. In a world where information flows seamlessly through screens and keyboards, new media has become a powerful force shaping our society and driving progress. From the energetic bloggers who bring fresh perspective to social media, influencers who amplify voices and stories, Sierra Leone's digital landscape is alive with innovation and engagement. In our new program, New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, we explore how these digital pioneers are transforming our nation. Join us as we dive into the world of online content creators and media innovators, discovering how their efforts are fostering growth, education, and empowerment across Sierra Leone. Tune in as we spotlight the voices behind the screens, unveil the impact of new media on our development journey. This is New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, only on Voices Online TV. Voices,
your trusted information hub.
Good morning and welcome to this edition of Voices at 7, where they come to you live now with Facebook page and we YouTube channel. This is now 1 hour 30 minutes program where they look at issues them we got for deal with development in na salon. Anyway they watch we, you can be part of this program by way how you go send me message now we comment section of Facebook and we YouTube channel, and you can same way so send we SMS or WhatsApp message now the number 032 225 032 225 And we were the beginning program come to you this morning. Me your name na Magdalene Kagbo.
And me na Fatima say good morning. Na the program this morning, because us them don't they for dumb this BNT. Make we they can talk to the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Planning and the Institute of Engineers for can talk about some of the reasons them where they feel say responsible and waiting for be the way forward. You go hear from Parliament, outside the Director General for the Sierra Leone Port Authority, inform Member of Parliament and say the Ministry of Finance don't agree for provide about $25 million for complete the site we ship the they park na Wataki. And we go na Makeni, na Bombali district, also information which we say flooding don't unblock plenty side them, including the school for the blind Makeni, because of the heavy rain we came yesterday, when August 13, 2024. All this plus other interesting story and reports they inside the program this morning. So now go no way, continue for the with me for the next 1 hour 30 minutes. Now the program this morning, I welcome Engineer Batin Cole, Vice President, Sierra Leone Institute of Engineers. Good morning and welcome to the program, Engineer.
Good morning, thank you.
Okay. We also get this morning Sam Kanawa, Director of Country Planning, Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Planning. Good morning, Director, and welcome to the program.
Good morning and thank you.
Okay. Well, that's our studio guest them. Yourself within our host, or again inside you watch with this morning. You get a chance for drop we comment or for contribute to the program by way how you go send me message. Now any of we comment section in our Facebook and YouTube. Plus you go say we so drop her now is 034225373, 034225373. If you get out of salon, add +232 to the number 034225373. We dey continue with the program and now we dey go and take the first item before we come to the studio.
All right, let me start with program proper and with this report from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, beside the Minister of Communication, Technology and Innovation, Salima Bassi, say na the cable where they bring internet na Salon from Liberia be Hamburg, we make Salon mean get internet challenge this BNTM. He talk this and plenty other thing them we get for deal with the country in internet. Arnold Felix Elba gets more for report on this.
For over 2 weeks now, people on the face serious challenge with internet business. Outside the internet can go down to the point that people not able get access to them at all. For no waiting, now the reason for this, waiting the institution them, we responsible for the internet business that the country they do for solve this problem. The Ministry of Information and Civic Education bring come together the Ministry of Communications, Technology and Innovations, Zood Labs, Leoncom, and National Communication Authority for talk to the people about the reality with the Nagon. The Minister of Communications, Technology and Innovations, Salima Ba, be explain the different work them where Zood Labs and Leoncom they do for make sure say people get access to the internet in the country.
Before, we get sal cabo, the thing we all know the problems there when we do that. And what the government do for separate then two functions where sal cab me they do. We now make we get with two government partners then I have. Number one, we get Zood Labs. Zood Labs now then they manage the subsea cable, the ACE cable, where they come up from the water, can land na Salon. Zood Labs get a contract, a PPP contract with government. That cable now government, but government go into partnership with Zood Labs for me they manage them and commercialize them for we and we they share in that revenue day. Then we also get Leoncom. Leoncom now then they manage the terrestrial fiber, the cable where they come off FREETOWN. Within FREETOWN, there where they go upline. That cable where they can go connectivity upline. Again, then in a government infrastructure, but we enter into a partnership with Leoncom for me to able to manage that on behalf of government and also expand the cable beyond what we give them.
Salima Bass say 96% of the population get access to mobile connection.
We currently get, in terms of the population we covered by mobile network, we currently at 96.7% of the population currently get potential access to mobile connection. Mobile voice subscription, and the one that we get SIM card. We get SIM card of the population, we get that SIM card. They were non-unique. We currently get around 5.4 million people. We get SIM card, we get mobile SIM card. And through that, the 2G coverage na 96, because no say the connectivity level they by, the level they. So get 2G of all the sites them, 96% of the sites are 2G, 95%. Yes, 96 of the 90. So all the 96 will get they're all 2G. So of that 96, 95.9% na 3G, then 87.7% na 4G. As you also know, we recently don't give licenses to telcos then for made them trial 5G, where they don't even launch. And now we see how some of all them sites and they will come up back to 5G. And then the mobile data penetration, and then you know, then people will get MiFi, we get the modem then to homes, the mobile, the amount of people that we get, and we at 2.1 million. And then they actually an increase, 15% increase from last year. So we see how then they improve. I go also say, state honestly, for say the 5.4 we get internet, so we get mobile, that is a decrease from last year, but there's several factors we make it a decrease. For example, I don't see the mobile linkages where they go on with NCRA and NATCA for say Olma for go link the mobile, the SIM card to UNIN. Obviously, then they call some man to that they now one number to go register. And I know register so the balance will be getting used for that thing. So
Mahmoud Idris, now the executive director for Zood Labs, himself be explain why internet they go down now the country.
Part of it is we are more sensitive to it, so we notice now when it happens. But the second reason is this highway where they call this cable, it on the old. Now 2012 them bill. If now road self they make, we don't they take 10 year, 15 year, we they see the pothole that they boku. So we need for the patch them as we they go. For we waiting at Godrich before goodies, I've been fine road. Now we reach there, it is slow. Why? Because they spoil and they get for block the road for us for make them. So the reality is this cable where they lay in 2012 don't the age. It don't they get problem. It they cut for himself intentionally or unintentionally. Intentionally, sometimes fishermen that they pass, that they do trawling. The cable lay down under the water, they hook them, they cut them. You don't even know. You have to go find out what happened first, then you fix that problem there, then they come back. Now, as these risks of cuts they increase, that is the likelihood for say get for the cuts they increase, waiting we they do, and waiting government ask we for do. They say, trade for FREETOWN, you either pass Waterloo or you pass, you either go so or you go Peninsula, but even there you get for go meet up now Waterloo and take one way for go. So it means if anything happen between Waterloo and Mashaka, or Waterloo and Songo, nobody know able for come up, go any part upline until they fix that road there. This is the example of how it happen. Anytime one cable cut, we not get internet. So waiting Zood Labs do, we build more roads. When Zood Labs take over from Salcab, there were two alternative routes then where the internet users they take mobile for bring internet in the country. We find out say, this not get for work. So build other road. We build other road where probably they go now through another path. So if these two Hamburg or then get for repair or maintenance, this way makes him they not go Wakade, that's a third road. So currently there are 3 roads where they bring internet in a salon. One, they go under the water to Paris on this infrastructure where the minister called ACE. The other one, they take another route but under the water to Spain, Lisbon. And then the third one, where Zood Labs can add, now for go down to Cape Town in South Africa. This now for reduce the likelihood for say the whole country go down. But still it don't happen. It happened 3 weeks ago. So the minister called and say, even though maybe when our contract say it's acceptable for let it go down 0.3% of the time, right now the country too sensitive to internet. So we have to go from 96% to 100%. So all of the discussions where they happen now for make sure say internet availability inside this country, not to 99.7%, it is 100%. So what is Zood Labs doing now? Now we all minister go to Conakry, like where they say build Lunge Bridge. So we are finding another path. Talk to the one there where they bring internet through Guinea, reach now the border. We talk to Cab take them from there and bring and come inside the country. So again, it's just another effort inside the short-term solution for say, let this country not the 2 minutes of internet not in the country.
Alimami Thomas Momodu explain why internet not be the na boom.
So talk about Bo as how you sensitively pick on that point. We get areas them way if you know able, you get areas them way we be need for activate, that is between the submarine station and the Leoncom Network Operation Center we na Joey na de. So interesting, I think Madam Minister forget the instance. The instance now been that disaster management agency then been get for dig some path and do some work. So the procedure where we get as a nation, when you do any work where they affect utility service, you not just they go and jump into them. You go get for informed sector players, and then come there, we all they do that work they collectively, and then we manage the situation. So this not be happen. So when they do this, the person where they do the machine where they like forklift it out. So not been, I get an idea of all this.
Any knockout one of the cables.
Completely along that. It being very critical. We get technical glitches at some point. So that was why it take that long. Okay. Because some of the challenges then they.
After all this explanation, the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chenoba, be assured the public say government they work stronger one for CC improvement day by the internet business at the country. For Voices Online TV, Mina Arnold Felix Elba.
Well, plenty thank you to Arnold Felix Elba for that report day. In case you just join me, this now Voices at 7 where they come to you live on we Facebook and we YouTube channel. And you self can be part of this program by way how you could drop we comment now with Facebook and we YouTube comment section, or you can same way so send me SMS or WhatsApp message at the number 032-225-373 032-225-373 now the number where you go send you message through WhatsApp or SMS.
Alright, we will continue with the program, and don't forget today we don't tell you earlier on say we can talk to the Ministry of Lands and also the Sierra Leone Institute of Engineers. For me, we can talk about waiting on the happen with regards the way how we don't see us them way they for them recently na FREETOWN. Well, they can't talk, they can't tell we waiting and think, but waiting on the happen and waiting they feel say for be the way forward in terms of prevention. Then we'll give a recommendation as we they can discuss now the program. We they can now to them, and we they start with the Director of Country Planning at the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Planning. We in name Nasa Makanawa. Good morning again, Director, and welcome to the program.
Good morning and thank you.
Okay. I'm sure the ministry don't see it. In fact, on Abide Kungoton, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let me begin for first of all. Let's start with the ministry in work, especially the way we get for with planning and also giving permits as to who that and who side for below. We start with that area so that people will get a background as to why we get on another studio this morning.
Yes, I think so. We will start with first let people know what we mean by country planning.
Exactly.
Yeah. Country planning they all about for organize and manage we land use them. How they use we land them. And with natural resources. With cities, with towns, and even the whole country. So now that's country planning they about. And country planning they make country the country for make decision as to how they put school, how they put road, how they put different land use them, like residential, commercial, industrial. Planning they help make we see that they also they able for make we know whose land use that they put together, compatible land use. For example, you go with all license, you know, we go put hospital and welding shop together. You know, so now like then they plan it, they make sure say then to use here for this land within here, if it be compatible. You know, then make they see all this while, or they see them disappear because planning not be effective. You know, but now thank God, we they move small. We not get it, but we they move small. Imagine you get area where you allow anybody for just do what you want for do. this guy put shop in the street, this guy do what he do. Now even now we use, you allow picking the old man just to go and put in the all around. You know, it become chaotic. Old man, no, I assume, SLI you just want to do any side. So easy for one kind and build in any side. If we not get a plan, country planning, no make we get a plan. Where they make all the different actors then plans, then they speak to each other. It become chaotic. It will begin get traffic jam. We'll begin get place like this flooding where we see so. Now some of the reasons that the gutter they not go be adequate for the water they pass. Waste management will become problem and go begin to block them gutter then they. So many other things then go come into play. And country planning, the plan they would make you also they go to regulations. And the regulations them, and then they make the plan become very, 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 very strong. The problem we don't get na Freetown and Sierra Leone at large, that in the past years we manage development without plan. It like no more. You don't use. You dey get money, they use them without. You don't plan how they use them. Imagine it's like, you know. So we manage development around without we not get plan. So now the problem and they would get all these years, but I don't want to tell you what they do now, but we do something for make sure say we get them plans in day. So country planning day about for organize the environment and make sure say we bring order come into how we use land. Yeah. So now that country planning only about.
Okay, so don't go now to the we get for do it giving permits as to usai and usai person for bill and usai for bill.
Yes. Now the law say before anybody do anything, even if we go excavate street or road, dirty safe. According to the Freetown Improvement Act, you get for go for permits to the Ministry of Lands. Yeah. The permits they go this way. You come, you apply. Now the Ministry of Lands. Thank God now we get a front desk. You get contact directly with the professionals. You go to the front desk, the reception. You go there, you go take your paper. The paper they tell you, or you go take form, let's say form, because I'm breaking down for let people understand. You go take form, where they tell you waiting you forget, for let you get billing permits. Yeah, you get for field some area there. Let we know more about the area outside this structure we want for put on outside there. So this form I get for tell you, say you get for come with you architectural drawing, you site plan, you deed of title. Say now me get this land because we no one can give you permit for go build on somebody else's land. It go become chaotic. And when they talk about planning, we get for make sure say we put that in the back of our mind. Yeah. And the architectural drawing get forget so many other things then. But you go know when you take the form go for explain you. And then immediately you take the form now, we don't automate the system. Immediately take the form. Then they scan the information on the form, then send them through the system. Then the system, the front desk officer, they send the system. They go to the director of service. You got director of service and lands. Director of service and lands waiting on your work. Now for check if this plan with this person put in site plan, if you get record in the ministry, because then they sign plan. And they sign their site plan. I'm responsible for tenure security. So the director of service go check. If you okay, he approve. If you not okay, he reject. Then some rejection and they if we see a forgery, obviously Sunday then go for send it to CID. They go explain why he send this kind of planning. Where it's not correct. Yeah. Then if he okay, the director of service can just approve and immediately approve. They go now to me on desk when a director of country planning. For last CC, director of service that approval. But mind you, immediately come to the system. The front desk officer don't put on the system. Me with the country planning. I don't know straight. As I check, tell like your phone, the message can say. As I check, I don't know say don't can say. But I don't know say not in my desk. It didn't have somebody else in desk.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, director. Well, since we are responsible for planning, and I believe so then can count the housing plan way like now this the one for bill. But what if them do another thing where maybe they count this plan and other thing in because we don't see us then they collapse. And I believe see them in counts and plan to on be like cross check and see say this us not supposed what's happen and maybe the person on tell and stop for bill, but then it go against una and bill.
Yes. We dey get the issue then the boku boku. Some people and they like especially this building I can go to all them 2 billion all will collapse. Yeah, then 2 billion all will collapse. The one hill station and the one Congoton, they all we don't mark am. If you have for pulling Rubinstein, they will then broke dirty then the way they now so sometimes they will more see they don't mark the X. And then we don't invite that person in a Congoton we get a building day. But what's happening when we go there, we need the meet person. Now like an unfinished building. So why you dey for track the person? Or the left information so let the person come. And then they come. Then immediately when I come out, they waiting to happen. Then they begin for its other structure. And we still get challenges as a ministry because we staff strength somehow again a little we dey try we own. Now that the government they try for look into now and make sure say we recruit more staff.
So it means they're not going to take permits before they start?
No, they don't take permits because we don't invite them several times, let them come out. Waiting get the authority for them, they do what they do.
So we're not getting no record for sure say they take permits?
No. We're not getting any.
So what does it mean to the ministry and salon as say, oh, for me somebody erect 4 to 5 story building without having permit from the ministry?
Yes. Now the repercussion with the see so. But what we they do now, we don't first the ministry will be motorable. We know mobile anyway. We'll not be mobile. But we Dr. Turas and C don't come. Anyway, they don't try for faithful, we forget bikes and one vehicle. Yeah. As a country planning directorate, we get now 8 bikes. Housing get 4, planning get 4. Then we get 1 vehicle in our country planning. Through the help of World Bank. So them bikes then they don't help we now for let we they respond to incident than they immediately. What do we do when we notice some of them today? If we go to the site, we meet the people there, we arrest them. Go left lane police. Police they charge them to court. Yeah, and that we don't they do all this while. Then
so if we not meet them, like for this case we will not be meet them, then the building they continue to 4, 5 story building, say we don't reach side with all land so.
Yes, mind you, when they begin for build the building, we know they day. Because one of it in the way the permit they go take. Now one of it in the permit they tell you. So we ready for build the building. Even when you get permits, you for inform the ministry. So that they send building inspectors for look the foundation where they put. With the building like where this lady they say. Yeah? They get for watch if putting in like paper, then they do not grow. Like that also, we don't meet the people then. Then we now not to the expert for sure whether this building get for further or not. Of course I'm an engineer. Yeah. We get 2 states we building the day. Yeah, if I can go into the civil engineering part of it. We go to serviceability limit state. They will get ultimate limit state. Where the serviceability limit state they tell you say this building you can service them. If they show you sign, say something one for happy. Then you service them. But building like this one something like ultimate state. We not show no sign. But when we see them, for let we stop that work day, obviously we don't call them people then look what they go. Look what they happen now. But waiting they happen now, the laws there what they make. The bureaucracy within at the law now, Iboko. Something that they get for Krango, like we don't team up, so you get for Krango na court. Court to give you approval. Before you put them building and they down. Yeah, unless you see saying a threat to life. And that they will not notice them. Yeah. So now they do new laws. We'll depend review the Town and Country Planning Act. We get for make we begin take stringent measures. For not meet you, obviously 1, 2, 3 times, the law will give you a chance. Okay, put that up. They will offend this person. You know, so some of them bureaucracy then they obviously I believe so we'll go for the bypass them.
All right, Director, they continue for the Utuna. The program will come back to you just now. Well, in Samakanawa, Director of Country Planning, Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Planning. Well, today we dey continue for look at waiting on the happen at the country this be entering, especially in the city Freetown. Also, we don't see host them the for done. We don't get one. We don't happen at Regent, Kalbatong, and the recent one na Congo Tong. Now we dey come to Engineer Batin Cole, Vice President, Sierra Leone Institute of Engineers, professional engineer them. Engineer, good morning again and welcome to the program.
Good morning, thank you.
First of all, I don't know if you don't know, you social media, people they talk say, host them for them, we get engineer in the country if they give advice also. I don't know if you do it again, because now they don't happen now plenty of late. Okay. So what do you think about the situation so far?
The honest truth is, when something happen, people then they ask, say, where the engineer them. But before something happen, people know they ask for the engineer them. We they tend for girlfriend person where we feel to say sabi. You know, they ask if an engineer, you know, they ask for him papers, you know, they ask if he license, you know, they ask if he register. That man they been the work for that me party. So they are, if they building one flat, make it can build me 5-story. Honestly, we safe, we realize say almost money we dey spend. Why we go take that money there? We look say I know they go find construction company, I know they go find engineer. Make I just find anybody. Where you get results like this, tell on all they say, we the engineers. So we dey see what's in there. We waiting we dey try for do as an institution. We don't introduce one, well, we don't get one new act, what they call the Professional Engineers Regulatory Act. Parliament's been passed 2022. That act they make a mandatory for all engineers and salon for register with the institution, because before we not make get as what they say defines them for the if you not register it being laughable. But now defines them heavy. If you as a company hire somebody we not to engineer for do engineering work, you are going to be fined. If you as an individual, like we're gonna have somebody inside one day, I see they build 5-story, I ask and say, where you engineer? 9.1 bobo where they up the say that the engineer this. Now I say this might ever darken the doors of even a technical institution, let alone for the calling self engineer. So this act now they make a crime, an offense, for make you call yourself an engineer if you know to engineer. If you do anything for imply say you're an engineer, na offense. The act make such that if a company want for register as a construction company or as an engineering firm, for either for design, for build, for whatever, you forget a professional engineer on your staff. When they oversee you projects them, and if anything happen, now we go and see waiting happen. So we try.
All right. So what's the responsibility of the engineers? Because like waiting like this happen, so you see people don't they ask say we got engineer in Asalomba. So I think maybe I go say then they give the engineers them bad names. So waiting go be on your responsibility, as you say, when I don't form a body, when I don't form an institution of engineers. Waiting go be on your responsibility for say thing like this stop.
Well, I know we say we don't form a body. The Sierra Leone Institution of Engineers done day from 1970.
Okay.
And this professional engineers registration council been in 1990. But if you hear the word, na registration council be. So now they get the mandate for regulate the entire profession. Before I mean just engineers. Now the entire engineering profession. We mean to say engineers, technicians, technologists, masons, carpenters, everything is going to be regulated. Of course, it will take time because the institution is a voluntary Now volunteer, we all the volunteer there. We all know say some 19 and they need finances. So it take time, but we dey work on them. One of the things them way this mandatory registration they do is that we always put on our website and a newspaper then all the list of registered engineers them every year. But because it not be mandatory, some man can say me not the register. And na engineer, so you able forget work. But now if you not see somebody in name at that list and you get work, then you get yourself for blame. Because one of the things that we also introduce as on tool we call continuous professional development. We mean to when basically after you graduate, you dey keep record of all things you dey do. If you go seminar, like what can this talk show, so it will give me points. So at the end of the year, you dey tabulate all what you do, you send them to the institution. Then the institution they look at. If you meet the required number of points the way you we for make the license you for the next year, then go license you. If you not meet them, we send you go back, say good complete hours. So even the licensing itself now it get for be more stringent than it has been before.
All right. Okay, so let me come back to the issue on floor. So from the engineering aspect of you, what do you think is responsible for what they happen now? Because people where they listen or where they watch we and the one the way they bills now or get intention for bills need for learn from waiting they happen. But you go only learn if you able get somebody where go give you exactly waiting on the happen. What do you think say don't they responsible for waiting they go on now? Because if you go Regent, the hospital for on a Regent na big house instead na something like I don't know if 3 to I don't remember how many story building again. You come Congo Town, the same thing. Then the recent one the other one at Calbaton. So all the ones on a big house there with the CD for them. So what do you think say responsible from the engineering side?
The causes of failure for a building in Boku. It can be anything. It can be failure of the columns, it can be failure of the beams, it can be failure of the foundations. We don't know. Each of the incidents that already happen, you go find a government set up an investigation team. Of course, SLIE, that's the Sierra Leone Institution of Engineers, and PAC, ready for work with any team where government set up for investigate why them particular incidents that are happening. But what we can say to you is, we don't propose a building code where the Institution of Engineers, the Institution of Architects, the Professional Engineers Regulatory Council, and the Ministry of Works develop. And that code day, we don't send them to Ministry of Lands, although then they work for finalizer now. That code they say, if before you they build, before they give permits, you forget architectural drawings from a certified architect. You forget structural drawing from a registered engineer, especially if the building passed 2 floors. Yes, that bubble we could call that it goes to build 1 flat. And if 1 flat for don't pay, you know, the boat then go for don't pay, the pan go for don't pay, you not go die likely. But once you begin go up, you don't pass that 1 floor, you don't begin go to 2, 3, 4 floors. The load them where they act on that building, then complex. So you need what we can call a structural engineer, and somebody who specialize for design buildings, bridges, structures in general. Now in work than in don't do civil engineering, then it go further, it go specialize in structural engineering. So now in the CAM, you dey give you architectural drawing, it dey run and through certain software then, where it dey produce, again they load the all way they expect see that building they get for tooth. Again, this important because if you go tell that man say na residential building, he go take and say now you wait for you picking and get for daily with 2-3 person can frame you. Whereas you plan for make the place dance so when you get for the put big speaker then we go to make boom 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 with some tender vibration they go cause problem. again, now you go further for yourself. So now what you tell them, now that load they put inside the system. Then the system they give them the kind iron rod where if I go, now each member being column, and they tell them whose kind concrete you for use where you do the work. And they tell them, then in the drawer now, it can give you. Then you now they give you contractor. Again, your contractor, it can find make you find an engineer we able to interpret that drawing with them jam. Because to be honest, you go give one boy, begin see work line. You not even understand. So you go tell you say yes, sir. This is Sabi. But what they do and what they at the drawing are two completely different things.
Okay, so well, come back to monitoring. How na able for monitor say this particular also in the bill, so na a registered engineer did the bill or na registered engineer na responsible for this particular building where they go on. How na able for monitor them calculating?
Well, on the constructions, what many above say go happen is that first of all, no get the structural design force. And now that's make we go with the Ministry of Lands when I then they issue the building permits. So you know they get the building permits if engineer are not done design your house. You know they get them. But when you don't get them, it's very difficult for we for go around all them building sites, go begin check if na company they work. A lot of the time, like even when my party called me a few months back, he get problem with contractor. So he called there as waiting for do. In one go court, in this, in that. Now I say, well, actually, we get a disciplinary committee where you can cancel, we will go handle them. So he come. Well, watch, the man not register. In order now we list, we never know if the man an engineer. In company, in order now we list, we not get that, we don't know about that, we never know self-say exist as salon. So, if now we even register with, we able for handle the incident fast. We go na the place, we check them and waiting. Now I therefore go court. We all know say court system na salon you tell it. So again, it left to you. You can try for court corner and say you defend somebody with cheap, we not to engineer or not get registered engineer na farm. But if problem come out, now the issue can come out. If you come out, fine. But if you come out, you're left to you now.
Okay. When you come back to engineer, look to director, we don't from engineer. The ministry and government in general ready for fair not for see waiting responsible for the then 3 recent incidents, yeah?
Yes, of course. First, I just want to rub more.
Go on.
Some causes again of waiting with the CISO. Yeah. Engineer don't talk a lot on them. Yeah. Then one cause what they see now this rapid urbanization.
Okay.
All man they come up plan on they can FREETOWN. You know, and when people in the Bokuna city and they go and fair work, all man they face a business don't can at all of it for being quick. Then in the bill now so fast for let they accommodate some people and they know they go, then they think, say they can go through all these processes. For let them go forget a very, very vibrant structure. They're waiting to happen. So on the wrong one at the informal area, then like we they talk about Krube, other areas, they said they go try for erect structures so that they go day. Yeah. In that case, the ministry also, they put up some measures. Then bikes will get. They also don't they help people in presence. We officers in presence in the area. They immediately see them. Hey, they can. They don't they deter some of them actions then they where people they go and begin building then environmental unfriendly yes then they yeah. Then another problem again, like we engineer they talk. You know, weak graded concrete and other materials then back again, iron rod, other things. You know, all land again they contribute. Then now we now get what we call building code, where they tell you the minimum standard of this material for use for them building. The minimum standard of buildings. But thank God that things in our one side and they'll go for me always I can say at the club for me minister that side. Yeah.
He declare for a minister.
I dey come.
Director, all this we go for say government
land first. Land. Wetin make I say so?
Mm-hmm.
You get for start with the policy first. You get for start with the law. If you know me, no dey trade. Somebody don't carry only found it because you know they just grab so no more. If you go and broke people and billion, the billion not good, billion not good. If the person can you go court. You know they're waiting at evidence for sure that this thing not good. You know the laws they don't put in place so they show that this person don't violate. They're waiting to the person go court for. But if somebody they come, it's time for put all entire in place. Then they don't put a foundation for law and push go before. You know we applaud that person. You go applaud them. And now World Bank don't come in for help. Like what the Institute of Engineers don't say. This na code with them been on the work with for some very long time, even on the Ministry of Works, from the Ministry of Works. But now this minister don't come there. He say the willingness they push. Obviously, waiting we all get for do. They glad for other ministers they don't come. They see all the thing and they in a shelf and say them till they move. They don't come. They don't push for them thing. And we are professionals. We get with limitation. If we don't say this, you say no, now this is not policy direction. Okay, they follow you. Will they be you? But when somebody don't carry the direction, right, you get for comment that. So for that, I would say for that I would say we recommend. Then we also get within of course climate change and all that thing, and now all over the world, they affect we all. Yeah. Then like what they say again, this master plan will not get. Because master plan they tell you it's suitable for build one story. It's suitable for build two story. Then test they all go don't be done by various actors and the environment. What they do master plans, they planning the plan here. Not only they can make road though. We just they take the road waiting of SLRE. Engineers and tell we the soil in condition. Then they able for mixer will begin zone the area, then they say yana red zone, no bono kaya, you know, bilia. You know, then SLRE tourism tell you say yeah suit for touristic purpose. They obviously will map out put and they say yana tourism. So if we don't get that map there, at the end of the day, waiting will happen. Any development that they do, you get for go according to that plan. If SLI want to change any road, there's no way they can change that and not go back to the Ministry of Lands. You know, go against that plan who all put. So now they in necessary, when they say they clap for somebody, they say thank you for somebody. Now they we all get for coming for tell. Because now we do structural plan. By June next year, we don't get structural plan for the whole of Freetown. We don't get for other 6 secondary cities back. Not this Makeni they talk on one. The Kono na another one. Bont na another one. Bo Kalang, Bo Kenema, there with Putloko. We go down there for 6. Why should the Fed forget for other one day? You know, for that again, I think say we all like they talk no more. Me are they glad for anybody where they come, they make we get the instrument them. For let we ready for work. We'll also they review the law as I've been telling early on. Oh. So your question we say if governments get for do investigation on this, obviously NDMA then they on them, you know, disaster management, and we all are part of that team day. Then they do investigation, they do investigations, and I believe say the reports and they get for come out. We all go get for see. Yeah. For no waiting at the cause. Because we know the cause, then they know what TV they begin. If they know which remedy them for put in place, they will begin push forward as a government.
So the new documents them way una they develop now, it will get for address the challenge we get for do it. Who that for erect building. I mean, and forget professional people them we go involved in the building projects them.
Yes. Now like how they talk, but because there's no way they get building permits, you don't get the plan. Because when they give building permits, like when me brother talk, if not residential area, then they don't make it easy for them when are professionals. As they see the plan, the master plan, the structural plan, or the master plan, I want to call them, for all go understand. As I see the structural plan, they don't say, still this person say they go build now, law what plan. It's not commercial area. Then that time they go talk to the person now. Hey, you they go give with this work. Then load their way they calculate, then load their way for kind side. You say now this is one for billion, but the plan they tell say, yeah, na commercial area, and the live load they will get for kind side. Engineering they get what they call live load. Yeah? You way they move kind side. We're not permanent for them at the structure. Like the structure in your body itself, a dead load and they. We constantly the tiling. We constantly and they move. These are dead loads. But you get live load like then chair they all they push on all the kind side. We all the kind side the building. They go down for me say, then live load there way they can put they get for calculate for them. Say now this kind because now commercial, Now this kind of commercial activity, small scale commercial activity, then for them at this area. Large scale commercial activity, then for them at this area. Yeah, now industrial. You get for they get vibration. Boom. So they go no waiting, they get for they do for all that day. So them plans here how they make. They get for inform all them process here. And this not been there in the past.
All right, Director. Okay, well, so if possible for bill now, who structure the way for follow or who's plan the way for follow to go na ministry for CCA able for billing us completely fine and then it not going to cause disaster at the end?
Yes, now what do they do? We not get them plans in there, but we still manage the development. We they use what we call planning principles presently for law management development. Where we come, we use they make sometimes when I say the billing permit city. We use send I will go for send somebody like go na that ground. Then go watch. If we are not satisfied, we get for collaborate with other MDAs. Law assumes say somebody want come for campus church now, or want for campus mosque now. And we know then church and mosque now. Now they take almost the whole streets when the time come for the service. Yeah. So we go for send to SLRE. So okay, SLRE, this must one be listed now. Do a watch bar. If this cause traffic. When traffic begin make, we will say the place no plan. So that's how you get for inform we. No, that kind of theory and put an off it. Because this road, now this kind of road, now for this kind of activity, they will tell and say, no. Then they send the one building at some other area when environmental sensitive areas. But we're not too sure. We get for send to environment. So this make the process very, 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 it's sometimes long. But if they're not all lengthy and they obviously the process they short. So for now, and then kind measures and then we take for make sure say we able for do structures them where people don't know who go inside, they get issue at the end of the day.
All right, Director, so continue for the program. We will come back to Una gist now as we get one question for Una too because we don't see before we get this program. We talk to some people and people still they foresee more of waiting don't happen so we will come back to Una for make we talk more on Andy as to how we go work on or the country will work on prevention. But for now, make we go to Parliament and take another issue.
Well, we will take this report from Parliament, who the Director General for the Sierra Leone Port Authority informed Member of Parliament that the Public Accounts Committee say the Ministry of Finance don't agree for provide but $25 million for complete the side where ship them the park na Wataki. Ali Kavora gets more and go now reports.
Tuesday, August 13, the boss for the Sierra Leone Port Authority bin appear before the Public Account Committee for give account on wetin Sierra Leone Port Authority dey do for address the poor condition of the sideway ship dem dey park and the authority in administrative building. Mohammed Mustafa na the principal auditor na audit service salon explain why Sierra Leone Port Authority dey before the Public Account Committee.
The lapidation of administrative building walls at the Queen Elizabeth II. The following were observed. Walls at the quay are crucial for providing a stable platform for vessels to berth, supporting the foundation platform, and facilitating safe port operations like unloading and loading, and vehicular and pedestrian movements. A survey of these walls revealed that steel thickness at berth 3, 4, 5, and 6 was initially greater than 11 millimeters.
Mr. Mustafa continued for explain why dem be do the survey on the port.
In 2021, it had decreased due to a degradation in the walls. The holes at the port were visible in berth 3, 4, 5, and 6, and had also expanded with diameters increasing from 15 centimeter in 2011 to 140 centimeter, 400 centimeter, 120 centimeter, and 40 centimeter respectively. Excessive corrosion had also affected the entire length of the Gambian quay, and the structural makeup of beams and pillars had been compromised. During a tour of the administrative building housing, different staff of the authority will observe visible cracks on the pillars, walls, and concrete rooftops of the administrative building, which house the authority's administrative staff.
Mohammed Mustafa go before for talk about the recommendation the way them be give Sierra Leone Port Authority.
We recommended that the general manager should ensure the following: request a detailed structural survey of the key walls and foundation structures of the port to be conducted by the National Commission for Privatization through the board, providing a comprehensive report on the current state of the entire structure. 2. The recommendations from the comprehensive report must be implemented to ensure the continued operation of the ports and protect lives and property. And evidence of action taken should be submitted to the Audit Service Sierra Leone. The SLPA, hereinafter referred to as the authority, is fully aware of the situation of the Bath 3, 4, 5, and 6. The authority is working closely with the relevant stakeholders to ensure the issue is adequately addressed.
Yankuba Biyu, na the Director General for the Sierra Leone Port Authority, inform members of Parliament them say the Ministry of Finance don't agree for provide 25 million United States dollar for complete the sideways ship then they pack, where then they call Bath. He say with this money, then go able complete Bath 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yankuba Biyu explain.
So as you know, Sierra Leone Port and Harbors Authority, we are a landlord and we only live by throughput fee that we get from concessionaires. Bulk sum of the money that we usually collect from the authority goes directly to consolidated fund. So these are two capital projects which we think we cannot undertake by ourselves. So basically we have to go back to Ministry of Finance for them to give us support. So based on the comment that you just read, a survey was done, survey was submitted, and then we engage government again for them to see how best they can give us some percentage in the concession fee. So we have approached Ministry of Finance. They have agreed that yes, they will make a plan for us to get something regarding the Bath repairs, because we are talking about a tune of $25 million plus minus to do from Bath 3 to Bath 6. So what they have done is that they want to engage Bolloré for Bolloré to give us the money, and then they will do the payment back. As we speak, they are on it, and then we met again with the Chief Minister for them to approve. So I believe by next week they will approve this sum. Regarding the administrative billing, we have done everything humanly possible with regards to the procurement process. It has been approved, and also we are waiting again for Ministry of Finance to come in and support us with some amount of the concession fee.
And this, the chairman for the Public Account Committee been get for say on the agreement. Honorable Tawa explain.
You are the landlord of the port and you have your tenant. Your tenant has expressed interest on the issue of rehabilitating Bath 3, 4, 5, and 6. And it has cost implication. And you're considering giving them concession to do it. So those concessions, when you want to do it, you don't go through Ministry of Finance. Or you go through Ministry of Finance, but they have to come to Parliament. Let me come. We are not opposed to granting concessions for the improvement of the port, because we know your principal source of revenue comes from the port. The condition and state of the bath would increase the integrity of the port. So for us, we are forced here as a Parliament not to have all these exceptions like, oh, concession was granted to this person without the authorization of Parliament.
All this then be talked na Parliament as the Public Account Committee they look inside the poor condition of the sideways ship then they pack na Wataki. For Voices Online TV, Mina Ali Kavura.
Plenty thank you to Ali Kavura for that reporting. Well, this now Voices at 7 where they come to you live on with Facebook and with YouTube channel.
All right, we will continue with the program, and as we be telling you earlier on, today we can go now na Makeni na Bombali district and join one reporter where na Yusuf Mosire Suma, journalist na FM 93.3. As information we reach we last night say flooding up in na Makeni, and one part decided where he am bogging na the school for the blind. Good morning, Yusuf, and welcome to the program.
Morning.
Yes.
Pleasure.
Okay. I do well. Let me get a rundown of what happened in McKinney yesterday with regard information which we say flooding happened there.
Yes, it all started yesterday night at around 7 p.m. Yeah. And after 73 hours, 72 hours of rain not coming in McKinney, where many people think say we don't go into drying season. Some people are saying we day into September. Say the weather is sometimes that put people in. So as of yesterday, it's very surprising that serious rain come from waiting and waiting. We don't get as a journalist on. Big people who don't live in McKinney for the past 2 decades or 1 decade to say that this is the very first time well, a short thing happened in McKinney. Well, so far, places been affected because this morning, I take a move as I talk to you, I didn't know one of the places them where in the Rugane Road. People steal the food water from the shops and houses, including places like Magroka Road, where definitely anybody who listen will know see Magroka Road and swamping area. 3 houses so far been collapsed. Now Magroka Road, but no death has been reported as I talk to you because I just moved from that the Urban Road now as I talk to you. And this morning again, when still they come. From my school for the blind before they go on air now, I also received a call this morning from the matron with serious cry that the body home don't become flooded again this morning. It's yesterday night, and they will get split. Fortunately, all the blind kids don't go holiday, so that will make this thing kind of the matron say and say it's better small empty and not be there around. You know, these are blind people. You know, if anything that they happen, you find out say not go good for them. Even possibly they see, we possibly not visually impaired, you will not say nothing way very serious. So we'll I don't also move around other parts in the McKinney. We also get confirmation that the former APC, flag bearer, Dr. Samuel Kamala, we yet to be confirmed that we host Talent Town, the fence don't collapse and hit another house. So we are still able to confirm nowadays because on the way for going to that place, I get struck by the railway they come as I talk to you. Another report I received as a journalist this morning, one side in an MC. Of course, people will listen. When they talk about MC, you really not say MC, OIC, these are swamping areas where, as usual, flooding can happen, but not much as it happened as of yesterday. We also received a report as a journalist that somebody in a very critical condition that the McKinney government hospital yet to be confirmed because I still not removed it because I talk to you like I say when they come heavily. Another house again we understand say it don't collapse. Now around the Tonka Street axis going up to Robine community.
Okay.
Just they don't collapse after they talk to you. So far so good.
So Yusuf, what it don't be the response of the response team them so far in other parts of the country? What it don't be the action in terms of giving support to people in the area then they?
To be honest with you, we are yet to see any response team as so far as a journalist.
Since yesterday?
This morning. Since yesterday, we don't get any report of any, response team. Either, the Red Cross, we normally keep sacrifice and volunteer for help people. We not get any reports of that one day. And already this morning, when I visit one of the residents, the way become affected, when a house collapse and Magroka, they confirmed to me, say, the mayor go there this morning, Mayor Abubakar Kamara, on the McKinney Council, he go visit them and tell us, say, the council get for help. You know, there are reasons, where they lead to most of these floods that happen. Ropane Road, one very important side away, this is a place where Wasabi depart. But as I talk to you now, close to that place at the map, there is a huge building where they don't build it, we don't block that side, close to Sabasco Enterprise. So then they say people then tell me say now because of that one, most of the shops them that the urban axis become affected because of that building. One thing we also know that the fact the water, if you block away when you find place for pass or road for pass, you know, fearful. And another thing again, I believe say don't become the reason we make most of the places that Namakeni don't become affected as of yesterday and so this morning. And the fact that people are still putting on structures on swamps and waterways. However, there are efforts so far being done from the ministry where we don't know whether these are just, white elephant efforts being done by the Ministry of Land, Housing and Country Planning. But a lot of efforts and alarm has so far been made by media authorities in this part of the country on people they've been in swamping areas. National Protective Area Authorities as well, they say don't do the efforts. We don't know whether they just want for, camouflage.
Wetin are the efforts where they don't do? Wetin are the efforts where they don't do? And also, you dey talk about people they been aside away na waterway. The council na that side. Wetin don't be the reaction so far?
It's like a shift blame because as I talk to you, I don't get an interview with the Maternity Council. Because I go to the Ministry of Housing and Country Planning, specifically at the Housing and Country Planning Department. So I talk to an authority where they tell me that before they give a building permit to an individual for building, then they go do inspection. So how true is this? Whether they are going there, they are not going there, only God knows. Because they are not moving with the media for make sure people they know say indeed Ministry of Land, Housing and Country Planning, they do inspections before handing over, building permit. So they shift the blame to council. When I go to council will then tell me that they are not responsible by mandate for issue out building permit. Just that then he give their engineer and the council for team up with the Ministry of Land, Housing and Country Planning for go and visit those areas beside people. They are about for building houses. That's swamping areas there. For NPPA, we just see that they go because we get Sierra Leone Road Authority, NPAA, National Protective Area Authority. Then we go and just go mark that in big X, a symbol for to say this building not for continue. But all that one day don't fall in deaf ears and blind eyes. As I talk to you, there is a particular structure, or there are structures along the Mateni Kabbalah Highway going towards Timbo. Talent Town, people they listen, we know that side they prove me right and wrong. That indeed structures are still ongoing there, even though NPPA, Sierra Leone Road Authority don't go and go put X. But again, people are still building houses on waterways and swamping areas.
Okay, Yusuf, thank you so much for joining at the program, but we go like forget more updates on waiting on the happen blind school. We go get on to you later today for get detailed report on waiting the happen blind school. Thank you so much for joining at the program this morning.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, well, that's na been Yusuf Mosire Suma. We colleague journalist na Makeni Hope FM 93.3. Be they talk to we inside that telephone interview day. Also, it don't give you a rundown of waiting done the happen so far na Makeni as information way on the reach we since last night say flooding take place na Makeni. Well, when they come back na the studio, also we still get with studio guests them, and I'm sure the director of planning, country planning at the studio don't hear you from waiting on the happen na Makeni. But before we come to on issue where the happen na Makeni, let we come back na the studio and go back to my last question. Also, previous interview we don't they do since yesterday, people don't they speculate say we get more buildings or more structure we get for collapse, and we'd already say Makeni 3 houses already don't follow suit. I they come to the 2 studio guests them for respond to this particular question. I start with the director. Director, now this speculation people don't they make on self the first year.
Yes, going to make myself say we foresee incident like that day. FREETOWN is a old city. You know, if you go around this PZ axis for go by Dovcourt and Kuto Road, they see building they don't say the city don't they own. because they see how the buildings then they old, you know. And at one point in time, we even get the results and stuff. Building and they are around Malamatomo Street. We'll try for let them do a smidge armor test. Follow see whether the strength of them building and they is still okay. Yeah. But what's more we advise so we go give now this. We know they aim for the all side. Likewise, when a journalist don't aim for the all side. Authorities then aim for the all side. But you will live close to them points and they if you see sign of them collapse then they report them to the ministry. Because if for the immediate possible way they feel and force not you. But Sierra Leoneans they get one habit. Let me not can go talk this now. When they can broke in building, they say now we na a witch man. You know, no, you're not a witch man, oh, because if that building to a witch man for you, your family will all go lost from my life. Then they make it the final say if somebody commits crime, you go to the advanced country. Not of us say the police they can get satellite they would fix all my house. No, but they see somebody beat in Pekin's house, you just see police mutkakam. Na neighbor then call. Say, hey, something they happen over under. So let we help for police, for the government.
But how sure
Yeah.
you be say if somebody reports then kind case or then kind issue, then the effective action will be taken by the ministry? Because look what it only happened recently.
Okay. You say recently people don't build now waterway. Where we see within the happy year, recently Ministry of Lands when they go around, they put the structure and they down. So then they all just sign no more for tell you say if such kind of activity we detect them, we get a team now, a whole team, not a whole ministry. It comprises of council, it comprises of disaster management, and even the military. The military then get the caterpillar. When then the face come for we, then I caterpillar, then they put the structure then they down. No matter what happen. And people then they are around the environmental unfriendly areas, they all don't go give letter for let them left them place then some they will don't give them up to something like 15 days. Yeah, and then 15 days go down very soon. I go back again. But they reach another area then they again. You know. So for say we not go reach there, we not just report the case to we. And when we they go, we know they just go broke. We self get for do we assessment. And if possible, we they send to the engineers themselves. Then get for can do the test. For sure if that building they get strength or not. Because you know me say no more we just see building concrete cover. It come out see a road by the building. Say that building they not look strong, you know, because as we can be say normally when you go see slab, they see the iron, they say they see iron. That they possible say the person has salt water side or use for do that in slab day. So the salts don't react with the iron rod. So the concrete they left the iron rod. So that they then get the where they came for do them. You know, but then go do then test. Can not go at the end of the day, put building on tomorrow go court.
Okay.
Then begin to say no, we not get all the evidences. As to get evidences, they put them down.
Okay, director, they come back to you. They come out to engineer. Engineer, this same speculation, people they foresee say more building than get for collapse. So, una self they foresee.
The truth is, if we continue for bill without the proper plan, without the proper analysis, we know they do geotechnical studies. Geotechnical studies, they ascertain how the ground fiber, how the ground talek, whose kind of foundation for candy. Because if you dey build na stone, you dey build na normal dirty, you dey build na sand, you dey build na clay, all na different kind of foundation they go there. If we continue for the bill, we know they do the due diligence, we know they do the correct thing. We just dey take them how we want, host them get for the for them. It's not to buy old or new host. Host them the for them. Building them na two way then they calculate for. These two they do na salon, I've been seeing and so I want and so. Not to so building day. Now two they actually sit down. You get now make we yesterday I go outside and call me structural engineer. I say no, me not a structural engineer. We get boku engineering there under this one civil. Civil now cover all things, but you get specialists. You get the one way in your work now for can test the ground. It go tell you what you for put there. You get the one way go tell you say in your work now for calculate how you enroll and concrete for the. You get the one way go tell you say in your work now for put and for interpreter and put on a ground. So building really in a collaboration between all them various parties there. If we decide say we don't want for do dandy, we just a bill anyhow, then definitely host and get for them. So this not to buy this rain season or not to rain season, host and get for continue for
all
them.
right. Okay, engineer. So what will not be the quality of building materials then? You feel say na part of that's responsible for the building the way they collapse now? Like we get the iron or the cement, then the quality of the materials then they
recently na Facebook talk about the problems where they get with iron rod. And iron rod na integral part of, na essential part of concrete, reinforced concrete. You get two kind of concrete. You get plain concrete when you get iron rod. But all them things that we see, pillar, tie beam, as we can call them, slab, they all get iron rod. And where that engineer they design for and load them, it tell you so you use 16mm rod. It tell you how you space them. It tell you the kind of iron rod we they use as we two call star up. It give you all dandy. So for we the engineer, they like when we go na shop for go buy, I don't find out say why I go and ask for 12mm. You know, in a shop, we don't get answer. I get 11.5. I get the good 11.5. I don't want 11.5. I want 12. So for like me, if I don't try and able get 12, sometimes I go upscale to 14mm. We now me the losses because it costs more. But for that man, we not really understand the repercussion. We then tell and say we not get 12, we get 11, we get 11.5, we get 10.5. In fact, now you see 10mm rod and tell you say na half inch. We half inch na 12mm. If they go use them. And when you use them, that load where that man don't calculate say that this iron for take, you're not able for take them. That's one issue. The other issue with iron rod then is that before we'll be just start the work. When you see iron rod, you will see people in the fet with iron for 3 times. Like when they can number, you see them in the fet for 3 times. I do one video one day on the site where they make fun say me na Incredible Hulk. I hold the iron so I burn am with me bare hand. It dey burn. Now imagine say this iron rod where they don soap and then beam there, they don't calculate and say na in the tooth waiting. If me they take me hand, I burn am. How that they able for resist with 5%, 6% in up on top of. So all them things there so na problem we me don't call standards bureau. I don't talk to Dr. Yoma, na the head. Professor Yoma. Himself say in order na hand. It dey na one company we governments give for check team them before then they can inside salon. I call that my man they himself say then they wait, I think then as my brother say policy. Then they wait for the documents, we then go for use, for tell importer and say this week I wait not to the correct quality. Of course, me, not possible like action, so we don't tell me that they are the vex, but I understand no side they come off from. So we they get issue with iron rod, we they get issue with sansan. We're not supposed to use salt sansan for concrete outside iron rod. Day. Salt and iron they create rust. When you get rust, they call them iron oxide. It they make the iron rod swell. The way the iron rod swell, you see the concrete begin crack. Once that concrete begin crack, it is lost in strength. So normally in a fresh water, sand, now we're supposed for use. The cement self, nobody know they do test panam for see if the strength where they claim, 9 DD. So yes, some materials then they will get problem. But if they compound that problem there, if you know get professional, we go able advise you say this tier so is not correct. This tier so make we change them, make we go up to the next size rather than we can down to this size.
Okay. All right, let me just do justice to some of the message them. We're not going before it all. This first one from Vandy Kowa, they say Good morning, Voices Online TV. Let me start by applauding our new Minister of Lands. Indeed, he is doing extremely well. But to the officials in the ministry, please, it's time for them to step up and see how they can effectively implement laws and also review whatsoever documents to ensure we have perfect and permanent structures in Sierra Leone, especially Freetown, around the slum areas. This other one, we don't come inside the 0342255373. They say, we have professionals everywhere, especially in the ministry. There are so many engineers, but we are still having issues on having building permits, where and where not to build, and so on. What is happening in Sierra Leone? Susie, they say, the Institute of Engineers are very professional people, but again, they are always isolating themselves and wait for people to reach out to them. You are a government institution. Come out and see how you can help salvage situation in the country. There are so many issues around buildings, and also we have people who are not professionals erecting buildings because there are so many lack of understanding around the issues of building. So you guys need to come out and see how you can help salvage situation. The other one, we don't come inside the program, they say our government institutions are not doing us well. Please, Mr. President, you need to review some of those institutions to see how we can have those that are ready to implement laws and perfect structures. The other one, we don't come inside the program, they say they come out from Aziz, from Bo. This one, they say Congo Town building has so many issues. Please, can the director explain further, because I learned that the building is a 5-story building and people are saying 4-story building, and also we add about external or expansion of structure from that particular building. The last one, a question, it come out from Susan. Susan, they ask, say, what will the ministry do to see how you guys can prevent further destruction, because there are so many buildings that are already at risk or prone to disaster. Director,
Yes. Thank you very much. For the question as to what the ministry do, as what I tell you, as I begin for telling earlier on, first, for let you get anything right, you get for don't get the legal frame right. Because that make you get caught. The person not satisfied the category. And the legal document, then the guide we as to waiting for do. Yeah, and that's obviously for the laws, country planning laws, by October, November, we believe say October going to reach Parliament. Then it left to Parliament for let them enact them. Yeah. So by November, possibly by God in power, we don't get a new law. We go get the stringent penalties them where it's supposed to forget. Then the law to only the law, we are also doing regulations. Yeah, because what's been happen in the past, we get the Town and Country Planning Act, we know the legal framework, but the regulations we now for implement the law. The law will tell you say, okay, una do regulation, but una make sure say the penalty not pass £5. It didn't have the Country Planning Act. Make sure the penalty not pass £5. You know, but the regulations there in the past they not do them. So you want to implement that law. So, but now we are doing the law, and now, so we don't do regulations at the ministry. Then the project, the RSLP project, sponsored by the World Bank. Then also the consultant where they come, they help for do regulations. So immediately we finish the laws, we get regulations for law use for implement, for let we get things there right. Now people if you say something government need to work, Ministry of Lands need to work, But the one that we really understand, when you don't put the regulations and the regulatory framework then you don't put them in place. You don't move over 50-60% for begin do the work. You know, for go on street, begin go and do what you for do. So with the regulations, we also get tools, what we call the plans. Obviously, as I tell now, they do structural plan for cities. When I then get for help, and then plan and they also they carry with enforcement. Then we make sure say the government make sure say then give we something like a 30% of that revenue day. Because all other countries all over the world, if you look at Ghana, the Planning Act, it did say 20% of the revenue within they collect, then get for left and for planning. With all that 20%, government still the budget for planning. Because if we not get planning right, any other thing we do at the ground, we not get forget that right.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, if we not get the necessary resource for law, do it for do. Obviously, for implement the laws, then get for become very, very difficult. In as much as we talk upon the professionals, law also advocate for waiting and go for use for let them work. Yeah. So we are advocating for that, and government also they look into for say then give we more staff, because if we get more staff like McKinney and other areas, we go send more people than other area. Then FREETOWN, not to FREETOWN, one salon.
Yeah.
We get Bo, we get Kenema, we get other areas them. But what you self they do, waiting in our power now they fit for do so now. So then they again, government they work towards that, and also they continue for plead to the necessary authorities that way for finance we, then continue for help for finance we, follow push than they go before. So we are working, and from the speaker, from our reporter McKinney, he clearly make an tone say we they do inspections then at the sites and they make mention of council collaborating with ministry for go doing inspections. So we are doing inspections. We they do what we they do. Follow make sure say then tia no repeat. If not for we no more, the permit say they give, then tia no get for repeat.
Okay.
Then they repeat. No new structure no go repeat.
So before come to engineer for response, somebody sent question say extension join where they don't build the can court join. So it's not something like that happen in Congo town una way below. It's not something like that. And we don't see it happen now other houses then we already did. We say somebody would don't build 3 rooms and parlor or 4 or 5 story building. They will see them can cut again, join cement, get another extension.
Yes. Obviously, for development like that, the way they can for permits, they can for go do inspections. But let them see say this extension we get for can put span this. It go able for help this structure for team up, or it go get bad effects by this other structure. You know, and we don't see so many areas them like we've been do some inspections. We see some areas them where some building and the foundation not too deep. You know, and the foundation you get the height of the building also get for determine the depth of the foundation. You know, go build like one story where you just get for cut something like a 2-3 feet. Then you get for you want build 6 story. Then go cut 1-2-3 feet back again.
So
You
director,
know.
all the one that they don't all get detail. People and they see them, say them prone to disaster. So waiting the ministry they do now in terms of prevention for see say waiting they happen now, it no go continue for happen because they're already done they and we don't they see and we know say this if you continue for day now X, Y, and Z go happen.
Yeah, waiting they happen. Like let me make typical example, yeah. When I don't see I am tech building.
Yeah.
You see I ling,
Sure.
I ben.
Sure, and we see the release. We don't know if now engineers them be full and
Yes.
they're not for continue.
You know yeah, we go with the not that ministry government they do nothing, you know. Like all the tell now, we get law. If the law say this process for falla, you don't get for go beyond that more. You get for falla until we don't reviews the laws and
So how soon can I go for review the laws and they because we they see and we they expect more disasters than for happen. So how soon I go review the laws and they for prevent disaster from happening?
Yes, we don't tell us for the Town and Country Planning Act by November, December we don't get this law reviewed. Yeah, because we're at the tail end now. Now because we don't do drafting instructions, we're at the start of the whole thing. Sorry, we don't do yes, we do draft instruction now. We'll go for use for consult stakeholders then at the provinces. By September, we don't consult stakeholders then we don't go cabinet. Obviously, go officers department, then go to government printing press because the law say they get for done in a government printing press for 2, then gazette and for two good weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, so all the laws we get for follow them process the day. We need just kind of begin do what 2 and for do. So government is working. I am take as I tell now. We all long go we don't do together with works, EPA, disaster management, Ministry of Lands. We all long go we don't go do tests for that building day. Now the reports don't come out. We don't go do investigations. Now the reports don't come out. Then the reports don't recommend that they do various testing for that building day. Okay. So now we wait. When they do the testing day, obviously if it prove wrong, we'll go for never mind an institution. We'll go for putando. You know, because we know say somebody they say Ministry of Education, you know, education requirements and they follow and make somebody some place the university or the kind of structure university they forget. Obviously all landing there, but people they still violate. You know, but we are working on it. Let we see what's in the results of the testing. Will they come out and take strong action? The other structure that we did talk so, say ministry they see. Obviously, when we see, like I tell them it's almost street. Now pass will be the pass the one they will see no more the place we crack. We call for test. We engineer they do the test. They say no, just go for service stability. They're not for putando. So that we follow Ukana we say no, we go put that on pauper. Not to say they put billing and no more. So they go for do test. If it proves that billing they not correct, obviously it can do. Yeah.
Okay. So look now to Engineer Cole. People expect to now for come out and take more action.
Okay, first of all, I didn't talk about government institution. SLI not a government institution. SLI is the umbrella body for all engineers and salons until like waiting the Barbie for lawyers. So they are just correct than the we not a government institution. We work very closely with governments, but we are what you would call a professional body like SLAG.
Sure.
People say we will come out and speak to the problems. We president, we immediate past president, Engineer Trudy Morgan. He don't do a radio, he don't do a TV, he talk about the Spark Act, he talk about we been get a publicity secretary, Ahmad Wade, I think he don't travel now, sir. Instead we talk about thing the wolf or do. We don't they try for sensitize people then. But of course, una self no say una station then a money cost for Canada. And so for the go out and the pay, and then people know they get issues with finances, etc. So it's not as easy as then they make them. they do opinion pieces, we get magazines that we can come out and talk. But I guess say people they not really care about the professional until something happen. That's the honest truth. One thing they want to talk yesterday and want to talk back today. When you belly at you, doctor tell you so you get hernia. He let you sabi one you sister when a nurse. We don't dey near a doctor. We dey plead belly for hernia for 10 years. If you tell you say can you don't make a pull down hernia for you, you go do one. You not go do one. So down there, if you make a mistake, because some very good, some impossible say he go plead you belly, pull the hernia, nothing happen. But you know the risk can because you know one die. Imagine say this now you 1 grain now you dey forget for. But then you dey go put 4-5 story building where you wife, you picking and they go there inside. Where it possible say because that man he been there engineer, it possible say yes he sabi. But then it possible say he no sabi. So you dey put yourself and your family at risk. You dey put your money at risk. Sometimes a loan you go take in a bank for car estate building. You put all of that at risk. You go give somebody way not a professional. Then they left to you. You the public, the individual and the public. Now you get to make some of them decision there so. Yes, we go tell you say can't we, but even work in the talk sometimes them na radio. You go hear some man say, them man na work in the defense for themselves. Now make them normal go to them party. So it left to you. We all they see now, because I think say Solomon, if we not see, we not they understand. So even when they talk about the risk of collapse, the risk of waiting, it can tell like say some big theory with the talk until we begin see practical. We don't see 1 done for them. We don't see 2 done for them. Who saw that landslide be? We been get waiting and call the red zone. Now move people begin move am. It can testify. If who saw that line been there, then we maintain them. Nobody know for that. But people move from 1, then they move from 2, then they move from 3. So when the mudslide occur, people die. Then thing they are not for saying now we can just talk out of we don't want people for do something. Now studies now can inform some then thing their way, then they tell we. But we as I say, we very go lucky as a people. We just say anything happen and God say. But not to say be sometimes not to God say now we self defend them. So yes, we will continue for reach out for tell people and the correct thing for do, but it left to the individual for do it in the correct thing.
Somebody they send message na the line say una difficult to forget.
How?
It's engineers and difficult to forget. All right, today now August 14, 7 years where the multi-line disaster be happen. One for continue for give tribute to all the one that will be lost their life and also to the family members them make their souls and continue for rest in peace as we dey pray and hope say we no go get any of that kind of incident again as Salone. We no get time again. We dey fit for roundup. We dey come back to director as we dey round up the program this morning. Director, what you will left with people where don't they watch or listen to you since morning. But let me start with the one that we get then structure them or then building their way where una feel say they really need for pay attention to in terms of prevention.
Generally, if I say I begin for address 1-1, it no go good. But generally, I dey plead to the public, do ya not follow regulations. When they say go take building permits, there are small money then people they keep the balance. So for let them begin go do something na corner, it not be supervised. Because building permits we go for them, they get for supervised building, foundation. They will reach at some point and get for supervise them. They will finish them. They also get for watch and assess them for know if it fit for leave. Then they use certificates for let you use them. But most building they already see around, they don't get certificate for use. You know, so please, yeah. This is not a problem the way we don't inherit as a ministry. But we're not going to pull weight inside. we all come together and let us say we aim for salvage this issue. So one, let we make sure say we follow regulations them, let we follow government procedures them. Then two, let we participate by meeting the what they call stakeholders engagement. Some meeting and they will call we gonna some areas. Some man they watch you so they left by watch. I miss your plans. I'm not too serious people. Let me go back. Then how we gonna know what you want? How we gonna know what's on a problem? If we know what's on a problem, we know what's on a want. Whatever document we go engage stakeholders them for, we they incorporate that inside and see how we they handle them. Because each area gets a unique problem. No matter how you look at this base, Kokube and Krube, then get different. They get in the way Kokube where they happen at Kokube and they happen at Krube. So when I can explain you, then we know which measures for take. Then we also appeal to people them, let them help raise awareness to other people they are around, because not all man they listen to this radio station or this TV station. Not all man they watch you. So you will watch. Get this message go back to the other person where they close to you. Let we effect like where Ebola the effect person or coronavirus. Where you get an effect another person with the same message. Because if we begin for do so, we raise planning awareness, and with the raise awareness, they make sure say people don't continue for do the wrong thing. Then also they respect public space there. Like then open space there way then what they call park. So area then they will left for let it go green and it go up way back again. We can call the people they oversee. Then all of a sudden waiting can happen. Some of them can tell you say, I don't take me picking there, we're gonna park, we'll go for go enjoy. Then you know do how they make park now. You dey be politicians there, you dey be sorry. You dey be senior people there. Let them help una for go use them. You know, so please let me make sure say them public space that they will respect them, let keep them clean, and let we keep them safe. Okay. And another thing again, people in the way pack now their road motor and all other things. So please don't make sure it's so clear. And then lastly, report any issue where you know say illegal. If illegal construction they go on there, report them. What thing they do safe? They also don't give permit for building yeah. Then the main streets now. So the building where they can build now, we not front the streets where they need to see. Then they bother go for permit. They don't say for let go can not go easy. And we safe, we not to God for long, no say building they go on inside it. But you where they round them, you know say that person they go. Now you responsibility for ask them, paddy that building where they build, you get permit. If not to the report to lands. God forbid. Any collapse take place now, it affect we all. Yeah. So let we take building permits as we all responsibility. Yeah, then regulation. Let we report issues. Now building the office say that then at the point for collapse, we all, you know, because then building we collapse so. Why I go Congo town? I find out say like whether reporter they say or
texter.
Observer or texter they say at Congo town they don't sign a structure. Then the one way they up, they look new. Then what they do, the reinforcement way they write up, it's like say, ain't boku pass the way they do. How me way they done, we get for totally boku load. Me own foot go dry, you know, we get to reach the way they pat up me it. You know, so all these mistakes them people they do. So please, let we report issues. And make sure say all the report them, let we make sure say we follow the government agencies, let them go deep. Let them make sure say because anything happen that you waiting another year, that they be the first culprit, yeah? Okay. So please, and I want to tell the public say Ministry of Lands we committed for make sure say we protect lives and properties by giving the appropriate building permits and the appropriate survey plan to people so that we go push development go before. Okay. Well, thank you.
Engineer.
I get one message first to all engineers. I remember when I say January 1, 2025, it will become mandatory for you to register with SLI and PAC. If you not register and you are caught practicing engineering, you are going to be fined. Okay. I remind all employers of engineers that come January 1, 2025, if you employ an engineer who is not registered and licensed, you are committing an offense. I remind Then one them, we want for bill. Say, building na boku money. Firm licensed professional for design and for build for you. Avoid problem. We office, then a New England government compound. If you go there, you ask for SLI office, then we'll show you. If you're able to forget engineer where you believe, can ask you for a list of registered and licensed engineers, we go give you. Can ask you for a list of registered and companies, we go give you. Una left for work with them people there where they create issues for una. Today, na Congo tongue and I'm at with the talk about. They are made to man will not they talk about you also you the be. So thank you.
All right, so before Magdalene they round up the program, make her just remind una again say today na exactly 7 years where mudslide happen na Salone, and already this particular rainy season we don't see disaster they don't happen as Salone people don't say we still prone to more disaster because of climate change. So we dey remind everybody for be alert and no waiting for do. If you know say you get building where you're not satisfied with or where you notice say something don't happen, meet the appropriate authority then for prevent disaster making it happen. Like waiting happen at Calbaton. Also we see one Kumra, they cry in social media say it don't lost 4 picking them the same day inside that same building the way before done other part of the country. Why would they say plenty thank you to our studio guests we don't take the time and join me at the program this morning. And me and Fatima say where they say tata so tomorrow we will get another edition of the program Voices at 7 a.m.
And me na Magdalene Kagbo, and I want to say plenty thank you to the entire production team. Arnold Felix Elba, na don't be with producer, Prince Kote, don't be with camera operator, and Raphael, don't be with technical operator. So till tomorrow, I say goodbye.
Welcome to Voices Online TV, your trusted source for the latest news and developments in Sierra Leone. Today, we embark on a groundbreaking journey into the arts of our nation's digital evolution. In a world where information flows seamlessly through screens and keyboards, new media has become a powerful force shaping our society and driving progress. From the energetic bloggers who bring fresh perspective to social media, influencers who amplify voices and stories, Sierra Leone's digital landscape is alive with innovation and engagement. In our new program, New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, we explore how these digital pioneers are transforming our nation. Join us as we dive into the world of online content creators and media innovators, discovering how their efforts are fostering growth, education, and empowerment across Sierra Leone. Tune in as we spotlight the voices behind the screens, unveil the impact of new media on our development journey. This is New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, only on Voices Online TV. Voices,
Your trusted information hub.